Yeah, we got some new mods. I wonder if we could get this telehandler in this garage. So first up is Wooden House. This is by Pizermic 23433, 1.2 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it in a construction menu and under houses, as you can imagine. Now it's going to cost you 25 grand to place down. There is no options, it comes as it is. But out the front, we've got our wardrobe trigger just there, out in the open, getting changed as you do, right? Fair enough. And then by the steps, you got your sleep trigger. So obviously it's more of a decorative option, with a little bit of a sleep trigger on the side. We'll go with that. But that being said, as a decorative option though, that looks ace. I mean, you've even got like this little stool, step stool, seat, whatever. That looks ace. Right, we're sticking with houses for the next one because we've got Farmhouse. This is by Mapper's Paradise and Stella Bookie, 32.15 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find it, as you can imagine, under farmhouses. A little bit more expensive than the previous one, 150 grand. Alright, fair enough, but you can go inside. Oh, fair enough. So you've got these two garages there, like that. Open those up, store some stuff in there. Obviously, it's not going to be that much space inside because it is just like a garage. Well, it is just like a garage. It is a garage. That's the better way of putting it. So you like your pickup trucks, your cars, that sort of thing in there, no problem. And you've got this door that opens up into the main house, but we'll close that one off, because we're going to come out and we're going to go through the front door. There we are. Inside you go, and then into your living quarters. Ooh. Oh, very swish indeed. I like that. And you got your big TV there. A little bit of a seating area. Fair enough. So you got your little kitchen area, your little table, have a little seat at. Do a bit of chilling out, that sort of thing. So we'll open up this door. In here is going to be your sleep trigger and your wardrobe trigger. Obviously by the bed. Fair enough. And we'll come around here like that, and we'll go into this door. Open up that one. There's your bathroom. Oh, that's all right. A little bit of decoration on the wall. Obviously, you can sit down there, have a bit of a poo if you wanted to. Got a shower there. Dear, oh dear. And then we'll come out of here, and then obviously you got this door that will then go out the back. I like that. I like that. I mean, to be fair, having a little house, you can go in, you can, role play, that sort of thing. This is great. Right, next up is Open Shed. This is by FSG Modding and FSG Tasman. 1.9 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu. And as you can imagine, under sheds. 15 grand is what it's going to cost you when I put my teeth in. But there is a few optional extras. If we get it out like that, we press customize, right stick in. You can add the solar panels, yes or no. Very nice. And then you can also, if you've got the unlimited colour mod on, you can have the roof painted whatever colour you like. Oh, fair enough. Want to have a solar panel pink shed? Why not? I mean, that looks ace. I mean, obviously it's a new style, new build, that sort of thing. You've got your concrete pillars coming out the ground, then your metal work on top. But that looks awesome. Right, next up is Old Barn. This is by Patty, 5.08 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 15 grand, but it doesn't come directly red. It comes white. So again, you've got the option, change the colour. Obviously, if you wanted to have the red barn, you go for the red one. If not, you could go for whichever one you like. But having it as a red barn, just give you those vibes of FS22, the old Start Farm on there. Definitely. Now, you've got these doors that open up at the front. There you are, open up like that. Obviously, you've got a side door that you can come in through as well. You've got a light switch just there. You've got this little side piece on the back. Open up that door. I mean, you're not going to get much stuff in there. You are going to have to handball it in, mind you. But that being said, I like that. I mean, little shed, little barn, whatever you want to call it. Nicely detailed. Very nice. Well, we're sticking with sheds for the next one. So we've got Steel Shed. This is by FSG Modding and FSG Tasman. 1.41 megabyte on the download. As you can imagine, you're going to find it under sheds. Now, it's going to cost you 25 grand and you can change the colour. Fair enough. Obviously, like everything that we've seen since the unlimited colour mod came out, it's a better way of putting it. If you can change the colour, you can have whatever colour you like. So go for it. So we'll come over it, and we've got our door that opens up like that. plenty of space inside on there. And obviously you got the higher side, the one end, you know, you could park your not so tall vehicles this side, maybe some bales, some pallets, that sort of thing. That's a nice shed. I mean, you've got the little side door that you can come through down this end. There we are. So you don't have to open up the big door, or you just come through the little one if you wanted to. That's a nice shed, that is. So when is a shed not a shed? When it's actually a hall. This is small hall. This is by ICAS, 5.01 megabyte on the download. It's going to be found on the shed, so isn't it? Even though it's called small hall. It's going to cost you 25 grand, and then you do have the option to change the colour if you wanted to. So obviously, you can go for whichever one you want. You got the doors that open up the front. Oh, do it? No, we can open them from up front. They are, no problem. Obviously, you've got the double roller doors. You've got your small inner door, middle door, whatever you want to call it. Open them however you want to get in. I mean, like some, I'd say more car style. Yeah, because obviously, you know, not got that much space, not got that much depth. I mean, maybe some small pieces of equipment, that sort of thing. But if you're looking for, like, I'd say, like, if you get, like, a lift in there, that'd be ideal for, like, doing up your car, that sort of thing. That's a great shed. And we're sticking with halls for the next one, because we've got the Hall 15 by 38. This is by Mr. Grucher, 12.38 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, well, not under halls, but under sheds. So it's going to cost you 50 grand. But again, we've got the option to change the colour if we wanted to. I mean, I've just gone with the standard green on that one, but you do you. Pick whichever colour you like. So you've got your optional, you've got your door option just there to open it up. And once you get inside, plenty of space. Not going to struggle unless you're getting, like, top end. Well, I'd say don't put your harvester in with the header still on. You'll be fine, no problem. And you've got the side door that can open up as well. Plenty of space on the go in here. That's all right, that is. I mean, 50 grand for that sort of size shed. Very nice. Right, next up is Garage 40 by 19. This is by Pycell, 8.76 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find these two in a construction menu and under sheds. Now, first off, we've got the 40 by 19. Going to cost you 65 grand, but, unlike the next one as well, it has got some optional extras. So you come in like that, and you can have some solar panels on the roof if you wanted to, and then you can also change the colour of the roof as well. So go for that. There we are. Now, if you don't fancy the bigger one, I've got a slightly smaller one, the 30 by 19. It's only going to cost you 52 grand. So save yourself 13 grand. So let's go and have a little look. I'll open up these doors like that. There we are. And once you're inside, plenty of space on the go. So obviously you've got the triple doors, so you're not going to be short of getting your stuff in. Although saying that, it's oh no, we can open all the doors at the same time. That's all right. It's not bad at all. Do we even get close enough? There we are. That's better. So you can have all three doors open, no problem. And then obviously we come down. Got the slightly smaller one. It's going to have the two doors on the front rather than the three. We'll open up that door, because once you get inside, you'll see there's an end door on this one. Was there one on the other one? Let's have a little look. So you can open that door. That's great. I don't think there's an end door on the other one. So either have three doors at the front, or two at the front and one on the side. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Cattle Stable. This is by FSG Modding and FSG Tasman. 11.85 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find him in a construction menu. And as you can imagine, under cows. Because obviously that's where Cattle Stable is. So it's going to cost you 50 grand. You do have two options. So you can have the red version. And then you can have the dark grey version, we'll call it that. Now obviously you do have the option to extend it as well. Extend the fencing out and to add a pasture down. So that's entirely up to you. Now, here's one strange thing. It says 99 cows can go into this, and I've just put it down straight as it comes out of the shop. But we've actually got 108, so I'm not quite sure what's going on there. But all right, fair enough. So you got your loading in point for your food and your straw just there. This is little calves hanging around. Oh, why not? Why not indeed? And then down this end is going to be your animal dialogue box. Now, there's one thing I've noticed actually. There's no milk trigger. So let's go into the old animal section. See what's going on. Not the cow pasture. That one there. There's no milk that comes out of this. So this is going to be for your beef cows. That's what's going to be going on in this sort of thing. Alright, fair enough. So you fatten them up. You know, maybe like put your calves in here when they're not going to be producing any milk anyway. Then move them over to another barn when they're ready to get milked. Alright, fair enough. Right, next up is Wait for Telehandler. This is by Simon93, 2.82 megabyte on the download. And you're going to find it, as you can imagine, underweight. Now, it's going to have a 800 kilo weightage to it. If that's even a word. Fair enough. I mean, it's only going to cost you £1,000, but obviously these are designed to go on the back of telehandlers. You've got the option to change the colour, so you can go for whichever one you like. I mean, this is primarily made to go with the Merlot, but then you have got Fence, you got Manitou, Senebogen, Manitou again. So, you know, you go for whichever ones you want. You've got JCB there as well. So obviously, just get it hooked up if you need to keep one of the ends of your telehandler down. Well, next up is the Leopard Duo 280. This is by FS25, 7.65 megabyte on the download. You're going to find two of these under mulches. Now, we'll try and get the best look as possible, because obviously it is at the bottom of the screen, but all right, fair enough. So it's going to require 75 horsepower from your tractor, 2.8 metre working width, 7 mile an hour working speed, and it's going to cost you £10,000. You then got the option of back cover closed or open. All right, fair enough. You then got stickers. So you got number 1, you got number 2. Saying that, which ones did it change? Let's have a little look. Oh, there we are. One's at the front. So you pick whichever one you want on that. And then you got the internal shaft, or you've got the external shaft. So obviously, it depends on which one you want to go for. Totally up to you. Now, if you're thinking, maybe I'd like something with some wheels on, well, they've got you covered as well. The 280/1. Same sort of thing, same horsepower requirement, same working width, same working speed, but it's got wheels on the back. So, you know, add a little bit more, taking the weight off the back of your tractors, I suppose. You got the same option there. The only thing you haven't got is the exterior shaft version. So, obviously, you do you. Entirely up to you. Right, next up is the JCB Attachments. This is by Ross and Mods, 13.12 megabyte on the download, and you're going to find them, as you can imagine, under telehandler tools. Now, first up, we've got the Grain Shovel 3000, as the name would suggest, 3,000 litre capacity. It's going to cost you £2,500. We'll spin it around the back, and we've got attacher type standard or JCB Q-fit. Now, we'll come back to that in a little bit. And then, if you don't fancy the bucket itself, you've got a bale spike. So you've got your designs, you've got standard, layout 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to standard. And again, attacher type, so you got your standard or you got your Q-fit. That's only going to cost you £1,200 to buy. And don't fancy that, and you fancy a manure fork, so fair enough. Obviously, grabbing some manure on the go, no problem. 2,000 litre capacity on that one for £2,900. Again, you got your standard or your JCB Q-fit, and then you've got your silage fork. Fair enough, standard or JCB Q-fit on the attacher on the back, 4,500 litre capacity for £2,800. That being said, look at that in the middle. It's got like the cutout of the JCB logo. That's ace. Oh, I like that. We've got another grain shovel. So this is going to be a 5,000 litre capacity. It's a big capacity on this one, 2,750. And again, your standard or your Q-fit option. Then we'll come down to the bottom. We've got your pallet fork. So again, obviously it's going to be a pallet fork with the option on your attachers on the back. And if you didn't fancy that and you fancied a grain pusher, because you know why not, we've got this again, standard or Q-fit. And then if you're on about having the Q-fit, well, we've got this here. It's a Q-fit to front loader adapter. So if you've got the Q-fit option on the front of your JCB, you hook this up to the Q-fit bit, and then you can hook up to other, I'm going to say standard equipment, standard tools for telehandlers or anything else. So really, obviously, because it's going to go on a JCB as a telehandler, you could then use front loader tools with this one. You could change it to telehandler tools, wheel loader tools, and then back to front loader. I mean, that's just eight. I mean, I'm not quite sure whether you'd want to use wheel loader tools on a telehandler because they can be quite large, but you can with this. I mean, to be fair, that out of the whole pack just makes it more versatile. So I think that's the best bit of it. And what seems like a mod that's been released in conjunction with that pack of stuff is this one, the JCB Agri Loadall by Ross and Mods, the same modder that made all the equipment. Fair enough. 17.98 megawatt on the download, and obviously it's going to be under telehandlers. Now it's got 125 horsepower engine and 24 mph top speed. You can then change that up to 145 horsepower engine, and then 145 horsepower engine with a CVT gearbox, and then back to 125. You got your Trelleborgs, your Michelins, your BKT, Continental, Vredestein, and then Trelleborg. And on some of them, you've got options for wide tyres. You then got a model 53170 or 54170. Not quite sure what that's doing, to be fair. Doesn't really seem to be doing a lot, but all right, fair enough. Then we got your beacons. You got your low or your high beacons. That's the height of the actual glass itself. Got strobe version if you wanted to. Then got attachers. So you got standard or Q-fit. Now this is where that whole pack comes in. So if you've gone for your Q-fit attacher at the front, you need to go for the Q-fit bits on the back of your equipment. Just bear that in mind, or just go for standard, entirely up to you. You then got main colour. You can pick whichever one you like. So let's do it. That JCB telehandler in pastel pink. Oh, why not? And then obviously rims are going to be rims. Fair enough. Oh, that's ace. That looks awesome. I mean, that with the whole Q-fit adapter on the front of this is awesome. Totally versatile now. You can pretty much use any piece of front loaderage equipment you wanted to. And the last mod for the day is the John Deere XUV 865M Forestry. That's a lot of words. A lot of cinnaboards anyway. This is by Grubby, 13.38 megawatt on the download, and you're going to find it under cars. No problem. So 23 horsepower engine, 31 mph top speed, and it's got 460 litre capacity in the back of that. No problem. It's also got a 1.6 ton winch on the front, right by the bumper. Great. You can then change the attachers, so we'll spin it around the back. So as standard, you have a trailer hitch, no problem. You can then have a 3-point, if you want to. Then you can have a gooseneck, which also gives you the 3-point as well. Although, to be fair, a word of warning, if you go for that setup, you can't use the trailer hitch anymore. Wouldn't allow me to anyway, but all right, no problem. You then got the engine set up, so you can either have the 23 horsepower version or the 30 horsepower version, the chip-tuned. Why not? Wheel set up, so you got standard. You then got towing, which jacks the back axle up a little, to give it a bit more stiffness when you're putting a bit of weight on the old tow ball. Fair enough. Then you got front guard, so you got yes, extra lights in the guard, or no. Tinted windows, yes or no. Starfire, puts the receiver on the top. You then got protection, so it's going to be around the back. So you got the third one going on the lights itself. You then got one on the window. You can have both, or you can have nothing. You can then change your main colour. Why not? Does those bits. Your seat colour. I mean, obviously that's going to do your seats. I'll go with blue. Why not? There we are. Rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. So we'll go with purple. That looks nice. Pastel pink John Deere Gator. Why not? Why not indeed? No. Obviously, this is sort of primarily for driving around your farm, but it is part of a forestry pack. So if we come down to the wheel setup and carry on going, we've got chains. Yes. All back to standard. And obviously, this is going to be doing, a little bit of forestry work on the go or whatever. Well, you've got a little trailer to go with it as well. The homemade log trailer, £2,000 to buy. The options are going to be change the main colour. So you go for that one, does those bits. And then rim colour is obviously going to be your rims. Oh, I like that. I mean, especially like put the old wheel setup on. I mean, the towing just jacks up the back. That's ace. And then you got the chains on. Why not? We've also got a new map to FS25, and it's one of the most popular and potentially one of the best maps for FS22. Calmsden Farm by Oxygen David, 703.64 megabyte on the download. And I think I enjoyed this map when I was on it, and I imagine we're going to all enjoy it now it's out. Great.